Confidence, determination, courage. That's what it takes to become champion, but it doesn't come easy. With 3 MX1 titles under his belt, Colt 45 was eyeing number 4. And taking the checkered flag at the final round of Walton, Colton Fasciotti became one of Canada's greatest riders. But the 5th championship may be the most difficult, with 3 returning champions lining up for 2015. Welcome to round 1 of the 2015 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth as we get ready for the 450 class. Today's MX1 racing, as always, will be presented by Motovan.com. Well, Fabs, the gods are smiling, definitely, because we have an absolutely beautiful day to race. Motocross MX1 pilots out of staging now, picking their gates.
Yeah, that's right, Travs. Teddy Mayer set the pole position. That was great for that number 5 Kawasaki rider. Gorgeous day in the loop, situated right on the North Thompson River, about 33 degrees C on the temperature gauge.
Okay, Brian, let's get into our nasty 9 in the MX1 class. These are the top boys, of course. 3 returning champions with Fasciotti, Metcalf, and Gorky. They're going to be good.
You got that right, Travs. Gorky on that Rockstar bike. Number 3, Tyler Medaglia on the Husky, looking fast as is number 5, Teddy Mayer. And number 7, Bobby Carey. That's Gorky's teammate.
Great to see a healthy 148 Cole Thompson back on that Royal Distributing team. How about the dozer, number 30 Kyle Keast? And keep your eyes peeled for the 761 of Cade Clausen, who's filling in for the injured Nathan Bless.
New way of going out on the hot lap. The top 5 in qualifying go out. For the rest of the rounds, it will be the top 5 in points that get the lead the way on the parade lap.
Apparently, head referee Paul Kingsley picked this up when he was over at the Motocross Nations last year. Nice little system. I like the way they're doing it, cutting down on time. Let's get to our 2015 schedule. Mirrors what we did in 2014. 4 rounds out west, 6 in the east, and we finish up with the Trans-Can at Walton. It's going to be a great series, Brian.
Right you are, Travs. Right you are. A nice overview of the facility brought to you by JamaicaUAV.com. The North Thompson right there. A cool place to go for a dip. This track, Travs, a lot of sand, but there is some dirt underneath, so it's a bit of a dichotomy, not like the old days where there was that big sand section to the south. They moved the track a little north on the property, but it's still going to get gnarly. Ooh, a little of the festive atmosphere here at the Rockstar Energy Drink Nationals. Stick with us. Racing next.
This is the Whispering Pines MX track in Kamloops, British Columbia, and 3 gorgeous Rockstar models are bringing out the 30 board. Sir Paul Kingsley taking care of timing as we get ready for the first MX1 Moto of the day, which will be brought to you by RoyalDistributing.com. Hello, Haley. Moto 1 board, fabulous. It is time to get going.
This is what we've all been waiting for. It's been a long off season. A lot of hype coming into this first MX1 Moto. A lot of stars on the line. 3 previous champions, and we've got a few gunning to be a 4th.
You better believe it. 3 consecutive champions, too. That's what's dynamite. There's the 148 of Cole Thompson inside gate pick. He focuses down, and here they go, Brian. The season is underway.
Long fast shoot parking to the left. It looks like the number 7 Rockstar bike of Bobby Canary, and Thompson cuts right in, but then it's the number 3 of Tyler Medaglia. Bondi engine, Royal Distributing whole shot.
Tyler Medaglia taking care of business with that beautiful forward gear, and we've got a little pileup as the boys come out on turn 2. Oh my goodness, that's not a great way to start the season off, Brian.
Man, and those guys had a pretty good start. Ryder Low Slide gathered up a bunch in the pack, but Tyler Medaglia, a great heads-up crisscross maneuver to get out front, and then look, the 148 of Cole Thompson. Love to see that stuff. He won Walton a few years ago, and he's coming off a bad knee injury, and a whole year out, he's shown his worth.
Let's go back on board the number 47. That's Ryan Lockhart, Matrix-backed rider, to see that start in the drift cam, Brian. Look how wide and sweeping it is. Lockhart doesn't get a great start, but boy, he's right in the mix here.
The 55 of Meston gets tangled up with Clayson earlier on. Nice overview of the start. Medaglia with that whole shot sweeping around, Travs. What an awesome view, and great for Tyler Medaglia starting the year off, leading Thompson, and it looks like Gorky teammate Canary and Metcalf. There's Fasciotti. We got some fast players up front.
Canary and Thompson actually had a pretty good banger as they came through that corner. Thompson comes out unscathed. Here's the 123 of Brett Metcalf. Monster Energy Kawasaki didn't get a great start. Quickly up into 4th place. He scoots by Canary on the inside, coming out of those Atribby rollers.
Canary sweeping wide, using momentum, leaving the door wide open for Metcalf. Metcalf is really good at getting on the inside and the power down. He is a true professional. He won this championship 2 years ago. Last year filled in for Ryan Villapoto in the US, who was injured. So Metcalf was signed to ride Canada. They released him to go down to the US and chase his dream there.
And remember, Metcalf has also raced the 2 first AMA Nationals, so he is ready to rock and roll. Fasciotti, the number 1, that's the defending champion, goes inside on Canary. Canary's leaving the door open already, Brian. Not sure what's going on. Look at the speed that Fasciotti carried through that corner over the finish line.
Yotes really set this up nice. Looked like he wanted to go wide. Bobby was there, so he just shows that inside right and just cut right across, trying to get on the inside of those braking bumps. And look at the leg work on Fasciotti. Just gorgeous through that deep berm.
Now the 123 of Brett Metcalf has caught up to the 148 of Cole Thompson. Great trajectory change for Metcalf as he scoots by Thompson on the inside. And here comes our leader, the number 3, Tyler Medallia, Gorky in second place. Then we have the 123 of Metcalf and Thompson. There's your top four. Metcalf is down. Thompson is down.
Holy smokes, right in front of the mechanics area. Big news up front. Holy cow, Medi up quickly, keeps it running. Poor Cole Thompson, he's losing all kinds of positions.
Here it is again, Brian. Looks like they're just a low slide for Metcalf.
Yeah, and Thompson's got nowhere else to go, and the speed he's going, he just can't quite get his body where he needs it to enduro over that. Ends up with a big flying W loop out, and you know, Gerke will take it any way he can get it.
Looks like he had the full whiskey throttle going over top of them. Back to the battle for the lead through the Pivot Works corner. Looks like Medallia's holding strong in the lead, but Gorky is coming on strong. And remember, Matt Gorky had a shoulder injury, broke his collarbone only 6 weeks ago, so this is incredible.
Yeah, that's a good point, and look at him just flying right now. Talk about different statures. Tyler Medallia, a short, stocky guy. Gerke, tall, lanky. Boy, oh boy, both formulas work in the sport of motocross, but right now, Gerke, 101 Rockstar Yamaha, starting to pull away. Can you believe it, coming off of that injury?
Colton Fasciotti now sitting in third. Metcalf has actually closed up the gap since he had that put down, Brian. Bit between his teeth. Top 4 riders within 4 or 5 seconds, loving it.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Tyler, coming right back. It looked like Gerke was starting to gap slightly. Teddy Mayer with the fastest lap time went down early, and look at him way at the back of the pack. That's gotta hurt when you go out there and set the pole position and end up kissing the carpet early, man. He's got a lot of ground to make up.
Here we go with a great overhead visual. Look at Metcalf on the outside of Fasciotti. The first pass he made on Medallia, he went inside. That time he went outside through that Royal Distributing start straight. Metcalf is on the pipe. I'm so impressed already just with his style.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Colton. He's going all over, trying to look for a way past. Of course, Colton also coming off injury. He bruised that hip really bad. I think the team downplayed it a bit. I don't think he's been able to ride for about 8-10 weeks.
Brian, our leader is down. Matt Gorky has low slid in that Marin section. That puts Medallia back in the lead, and the 123 of Brett Metcalf at second, Colton in third.
Wow, a momentary lapse of focus there and just really pushing the envelope. Gerke just lays it down. There he is as now number 3 out front. Then it's the 123 and the number 1. So all the usual suspects, all the people we've been looking at and talking about, the hot 9, they're up there.
And with the racing as tight as it's going to be in this class, Brian, you put your bike down with that horde behind you, you're going to be picking up straws after that one.
Yeah, and it's really a hard track to make up time. Everyone's going quick. Look at that cutback. Metcalf showing a wheel. Metcalf has an unbelievable, uncanny ability to get by riders, and just a 10th here and a 10th there adds up to a position, and this guy is a true gem.
He's like a surgeon out there. Brian getting on the gas on the inside. Does he have Medallia for the lead? Yes, he does. Tyler just slipped a little wide there, Brian, and Metcalf take it.
Medi grabs the tear off. You can see his right sleeve rolled up from that crash. He went down and has been able to get back to first place. There he is, just on that little inside rut. Tyler looks good going for the wide stuff, but Medi stays in that harder ground, doesn't quite get that horsepower sapped out by the sand, and just to add a little insult to injury, yanks a tear off before he even lands.
Going to show you that there are multiple lines in this track, and if you can carry speed, the outside line's not a bad choice, but that inside is working right now, and here comes the 101 of Gorky going inside on Colton Fasciotti. Moves into third place.
Well, Colton, not known for his great qualifying times. He doesn't get too flustered. Not exactly the fastest starter. He's very methodical. But right now, looking at Gerke pass him, he's going to get hungry, and he wants a piece of this action.
Well, when you look at that corner, this looked like there was a little more fire in the belly of Gorky. That was about it coming to that corner. They both had decent lines. Here it is.
Yeah, Gerke on the outside. The outside becomes the inside, though, and he's just positioning himself, blocking the way. Two really good line there. You can see Fasciotti really slide it in. That's where he lost a bunch of time, and then all he can do is go through the roost, grabs a tear off while he's at it.
Now Gorky has moved up on the number 3 of Tyler Medaglia. This is the same part of the track that he got Fasciotti. Again, outside to inside, elbows up. Wow, very impressed right now with the 101 of Matt Gorky in the Rockstar Yamaha.
He just loves that FXR section for passing. Interesting, Traz, that the two riders that both went down are leading the charge first and second. Hope this isn't the shape of thing to come, because these guys are on fire. We don't want to run away just yet.
You talked about it, the 123 of Brett Metcalf. Wow, class upon class as we get back to the 3 of Tyler Medaglia, who now has his hands full coming into that Rockstar corner with the defending champ, the number 1 of Colton Fasciotti. That's what I like to see from young Colton. Wow, inside, bold.
Yeah, he got the power down for sure, and the white flag is up. Rockstar energy drink rider Gerke in second, followed closely by Colton Fasciotti. And here on the last lap, it looks like a little too much real estate for Colton to close up on Gerke.
Back to our leader, the 123 Monster Energy Kawasaki, Brett Metcalf, as we talked about, former champion in this country, comes back in round 1. Looks like he's going to take the checkered flag and really set notice to the rest of the field that he's pretty much the boss dog right now.
Well, the pundits had him as the possible favorite. He's delivered on that on the Parts Canada Thor Kawasaki. Brett Metcalf, the Aussie. Let's see what he can do in Moto 2. Oh my goodness, what a race, what a start. Great first moto. Medaglia settles for 4th. Bobby Canary 5th, makes 2 Rockstar machines in the top 5. Very impressed with Redemption rider Cade Clayson, Thompson, Hoyer, Keast, and the Smoker.
Brett, a spectacular moto. It was almost a flawless race except for that one put down. We were able to get back in the lead.
Yeah, it was, in my opinion, it's a far from a flawless race, but pretty average start. Then I crashed and felt bad. I took down, when I fell, Thompson hit my bike and he had nowhere to go. So he got up, I'm glad we both got up, and then I was able to remount, recharge, get back to the front, and made it hard on myself. I rode aggressive. My bike was working unbelievable. So thanks to the Monster Energy, Thor, Parts Unlimited, Kawasaki, it was great, and looking forward to Moto 2 and get the championship. So.
The number 1 of Colton Fasciotti, 3rd place, first MX1 moto. An interesting moto for you. It almost looked like you were playing a little bit of a tactician out there. What were you seeing out on the track? Because it was definitely rough.
Yeah, the track was super rough for being first moto. Second moto is just going to be gnarly out there, but just tried to be consistent, and you know, I haven't put in too many motos before the season, but my fitness felt good out there, so maybe push a little bit harder at the beginning of the next moto and try to keep up with Medi out there.
It's a little glimpse of the KTM Super Mini Western Championship here for you. The 217 of Casey Keast. He was super fast and ended up taking the overall, but the 81 of Jacob Piccolo, only 12 years of age in the 12 to 16 class, had a thing or two to say. And the 234 of McCoy Bruff, all the way from Utah, finishes second on the day.
Dynamite sponsorship package from KTM this year. The winner of this series is actually going to win a brand new 85cc SX bike. So great for KTM stepping up, because really, Fabs, this is where motocross really starts to take off, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and there's a nice shot of our top 3 on the day.
This is why you want to come see the races live. The halftime show, Reagan Siege and Jeff Banks, the Milo Land Rockstar Freestyle Tour. Banks getting all upside down with it. Second MX1 moto right around the corner. Welcome back to round 1 of the 2015 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. MX1 pilots on the line for the second MX1 moto, and it will be brought to you by Max Convenience Stores. A great way to get ice-cold Rockstar, Fabs. They got tons of it in there. As we see the lovely Rockstar Christie bringing that Moto 2 board across, Fabs.
It's making me a little thirsty. If I don't say so myself, the 148 of Cole Thompson. We'll see if he can make it a little adjustment. We'll see if he can keep it up right here and steer clear of any misdeeds by these other riders. 5 second is sideways, Travis forward.
Hurry, get off the track, ladies, because the gate is going to drop it. Let's go on board the 47 of Brian Lockhart. Riders going through this Royal Distributing corner. Lockhart's got a great view. Brian's super fast left-hander. Bobby Canary, Rockstar Yamaha, gets the Royal Distributing hold.
That's 2 Bondi engine bikes in a row. The 3 in the first moto and the 7 right here, but Medi up the inside. And Colton Fasciotti just rockets in between. Nice to see Colton up here in the fray early up on the inside, but Medi sweeps around the outside to secure second through the Motovan left-hander. It's still early days. Lots can go down yet.
Colton taking that outside sweeper. Medi's still liking that inside line in that Motovan corner. I think the inside line might be the fastest one right now, but let's keep our eyes on the number 7 of Bobby Canary. He is a dynamite starter, Brian. He's one of the toughest guys in the track, and his never say die attitude is the reason why he is still on that Rockstar team. He's awesome.
And he subscribes to that old adage of bald is beautiful as he goes into the Rockstar sand section, into the pivot works. Lefty, we've had a lot of things go down in this corner. Medi on the outside. Look, it's starting to get pretty rough. I love Bobby's line as he kind of manuals through. Medi knows he can't take advantage now. Bobby's got it.
That section's really rough on the exit as they come back into that right-hander, into this sweeper. So you really have to be in control for your line choice. But look at Metcalf. He's like a surgeon out there. He's just way behind his time and a nice cutback.
The body language tells it all. That little scrubber both ways. Metcalf has this uncanny ability to stay just a little lower than everyone else on the scrub. He's got his own technique I've not seen from any other rider, and that's what's separating him right now as he just dives into these rollers, man. That guy is a machine.
He was turning up every jump in practice and qualifying, doing that little scrub, and it was saving him lots of time. Back to that overview of the start. Let's have a look.
Man, oh man, I just love this JamaicaUAV.com bringing us the goods. A lot of riders way out in right field, and at the front, Bobby K just roosts his way up front, man. And when you get that hole shot, Travis, it brings a whole new demeanor to your riding. You feel so good, and the adrenaline is pumping. It's really inexplicable unless you've been there to feel it, because it is just a charge, and you just feel so fast.
And the Bondi engine's working for Canary because he hole shots all the time. Last year, he was one of our best. Right now, Fasciati has gotten by Canary, and the battle right now is between teammates for third place. That is Matt Gorky on the outside, Canary on the inside. Oh, a little wheel slippage there for Canary. Wow, and Gorky gets on the gas and gets by it.
So Canary fishtails now. Wow. He is caught out in the saw stuff. Tyler looks like he might have something to say. He's looking and lurking. He's a real fast rider, and you know, Canary and Medallia, they seem to find each other a lot out on the racetrack.
Here's a replay of that pass again, Brian. Kay's got a nice line on the inside. I like what he's doing there.
Yeah, he just tries to hit that little kicker, gets a little sideways. Gerke carrying the momentum around the outside, gets the pass by the mechanics area. Gerke really knows how to sit forward in the turns, and then Bobby gets out in that little bit of looser, unwatered section, and that's real power robbing out there.
The number 3 of Tyler Medallia has slipped by Bobby K, and now the number 5 of Ted Mayer with that Monster Energy Kawasaki getting into the fray. He didn't have a great moto in the first one. Now he's up in that top package. This is where he belongs.
Mayer from Iowa, this is his 9th. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, he gets right up in the back of Bobby. We were just saying it's his 9th year in Canada. He's slow getting up. I don't like this. That is the type of crash that can knock the wind out of you right there, and I think that's what we're seeing. Teddy's just taking him in to get his stuff together. Ooh, man, oh man, it's a brutal sport, this motocross. And boy, oh boy, he was going for the pass. Here it is, Travis. He jumps in, he's got him lined up, he's hauling it, and now Bobby just cuts to the inside.
Ow.
Oh, Bobby was going for that smooth exit, and he just goes arse over tea kettle.
Looks like he had the silencer up on his back there. It looks like he was getting a little hot, but tough break.
He's holding that hip right away, so definitely a stinger for Ted Mayer.
To our leader, the 123 of Brett Metcalf, coming into the Acerbis, right-hander into the rollers, and he looks fantastic, not only on the bike, but on this track.
And so does this track. Looks great, too. It's holding up. You can see some of the square edges real up close and personal. These great ruts, but we don't see that. Look at that square edge to the right. That was the line of choice. Now they're searching for the smoother ways going around all those bumps. Suspensions start to get hot. The track is the roughest it's been all day. Fatigue starts to kick in. We talked about the 33 degrees C temperature. Barely any guys watching or wearing shirts. It is so hot out here.
The number 7 of Canary is searching right now, Brian, as the 49 FXR rider Brock Hoyer slips by. Hoyer's been a strong runner in this series for a number of years, and he's in the best shape I've ever seen him, I'll be honest with you.
And did you see the attitude of Canary seeing that double digit go by? Canary just put his head down. I think he wants a piece of Hoyer right back. Colton, he's looking beauty with the big red number 1. GDR Honda sitting in second, Travs, but it's the 101 of Matt Gerke in stalking mode, mimicking the lines. through that straightaway and now searching high and low, trying to get out of that roost zone.
It's a great point, Faz, because there's still some fast, good lines on the track, but right now, late in this moto, riders are looking for alternate lines, as you said.
It's amazing how the line changed. We see Gurkina down in those ruts. Oh boy. And Colton, you know, he's so good in the turns, but in racing conditions, Travis, you just go outside of the comfort zone now and then. And Colton has a bit of an amateur tip over. Only loses one position, which is good for damage control.
2 spots, Medaglia got by him. Coming back in, let's detail it again. Just another low slide.
Yeah, he comes into the corner, eyes on the red bike, just gets his foot hung up. He's usually one to get that inside leg up and out of harm's way, out of a la JSR. He just clipped his toe on the sand, dragged him off the back of the bike. Bam, split second.
All right, so things are a little askew in our top 3. Let's reset. Metcalf is our leader to the 101 of Matt Gerke. Rockstar Yamaha, second place. And the number 3 Husky, that's the Parts Canada Husky, of Tyler Medaglia, now closing the gap.
Well, Medaglia finishing 4th in that first moto right off the podium. It would be beautiful for him to land on the box here in Moto 2, working through lapped riders. The Gerke goes down. Look at that, just a huge fishtailer right around. Geezer running. Look at him, he's up and running. Yellow flag, doesn't even have time to come out. He's already gone.
That pivot to corner has been trouble all day long, and it's not necessarily, but it's super rough because it's super soft. Another washout from Gerks.
And the Gerkman is a sand specialist out of Florida. He knows how to handle these type of terrain, but he just wants to get all up in Metcalf, and just look at that, just gets on the gas. That is awesome. That just shows how hard this young fella's trying.
A little too far forward on the bike, maybe coming out of that corner. You know, you got to get back on the saddle, get on the gas to the 148 of Cole Thompson. A quiet moto for Cole, sitting right now in 5th place, salvaging points, nothing wrong with that.
Well, he finished 5th in the first moto as well, even after that takedown when Metcalf crashed, so the white flag for him, and look at the bumps all over this racetrack. These guys are just praying for checkers. Metcalf out front. This could be the clean sweep for him and that Thor Parts Canada Kawasaki team. Boy, oh boy, Medi, what a way to start the year if he can hang on for the sweep.
Serving notice, basically, Brian, he's setting the bar really high. The competition this year is going to be super tight. 3 returning champions, but Metcalf right now looks like the cream of the crop.
He came here to win, and he just did that on that Kawasaki. That team had their difficulties last year, coming out with a double win.
Okay, Fabs, Yamaha leaderboard, 2nd MX1 moto, Metcalf, Medaglia, Gorky, your top 3. Let's go down to Hoyer, Klassen, Canary, Keast. Teddy Mayer rounds out the top 10. Hey, Fabs, take it.
The track was gnarly out there. That second moto, really rough, but Monster Energy, Thor Parts Canada, Kawasaki, working awesome. Factory connection. Thank you guys so much. Man, it was a good day. Can't get any better, I guess, but a little disappointed in the starts. We got some things to work on. My starts weren't very nice, but we got to fix that up. But you know, the crowd was awesome today. That cheering on the fence line, great atmosphere here today.
Well, you got to come out of this event with some positives. You ran up front. You know you have the speed. It can only kind of get better from here, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm happy with that. I mean, it was up with the other guys besides Medi, so that's good for a start. I wasn't sure where I'd be, so just practice this week with Buddy Antonis, try to pick up some speed, and hopefully I can be up there with Medi next week.
Nice job, Gerks. Okay, let's get to our MX1 leaderboard after 1 of 10 rounds. Metcalf taking the lead right now, but let's go down to Hoyer in 8th. I like Kyle Keast rounding out the top 10, and Dylan Schmoke is in 10th. There's your top 3 from round 1 in the MX class. Hey, don't forget to find us on MXnationals.ca and like us on Facebook. It's been a great round of racing here in Kamloops, and you have been watching the 2015 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals, presented by Motovan.com, Canada's source for power sports parts and accessories. Well, fans, I can't think of a better way to end round 1 with 4 beautiful Rockstar girls and a ton of swag. Get yourself out to a race now. You don't want to miss a thing.